Hello everyone, welcome to the 1000 subscriber special. You ask questions, and in this video, I will bring you answers. While we have some lovely Rocket League footage in the background. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for sticking around once again. Couldn't have reached 1000 subscribers without you. It's a bit like mind-blowing to realize like, hey, I nearly have more subscribers than went to my high school when I was there, which is just a bit silly. Anyway, questions, answers, yes. So first, for those of you who didn't watch the announcement video, let me tell a little bit about myself and then we'll get to the questions. Alright, so for those of you who didn't know me yet, I am Derpdigital, on the Derpdigital channel, of course. That all makes sense. I often go by the name Myderk1 myself. It's, the username that I've grown old with now, quote unquote. I've had it for years, and Derpdigital actually was a channel that comprised of me and my friend back in the day. If you go way back, there's some videos that we did together, or where my friend did some Kerbal Space Program videos as well, but nowadays he mostly just does art for me if I ask him kindly. So yeah. Derpdigital, Myderk1, it's mostly the same person now. Matter of fact, it is the same person now. But yeah, you might be able to deduce from that my first name would be Rick. You'd be correct, of course. I'm not gonna hide it. And I am 20 years old as of right now. That'll change in about, a month? Yeah, nearly to the day. You'll know more about that pretty soon. Anyway, I live in the Netherlands, together with my dad and my sister. We live in a small apartment. It's not too spacey, but it works. And I am diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of autism. Right. I've already explained a little bit about that in the announcement video. I don't want to go in too deep. But yeah, let's get onwards to the questions, shall we? In no particular order. If you did not have YouTube, what job would you go for? Well, I was actually studying a bit of coding in school, so, if I had my way, I'd probably try to make a video game at some point, or just code things. Probably not websites, but more like applications and stuff related. I still dabble a bit with code occasionally. Like, I have a couple of small Rimworld mods that are, some of them are on the Steam Workshop, so that's pretty cool. Just messing around a bit with code. Nothing too deep, but it's fun. And yeah, I might keep that going, like, for a good long while. I might even do, like, game jams at some point. Who knows? I'll have to get better at it first, though. Anyway, onwards to the next question. What editing and recording software do I use, as well as my microphone? I am talking to you through a Rode Podcaster. When I reached 500 subscribers, I thought, I'm gonna buy a better microphone, a professional one, a high-end one. And someone was very kind to tip $100 on my stream tip, which basically prompted me to go, let's go for one of the most expensive ones that is high quality. And therefore, the Rode Podcaster arrived in my house, and I have never regretted it. As far as rendering and editing software and such, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. And for recording, I use OBS. I use the regular OBS for just, recording and such, and I use OBS Studio in particular for streaming. Right, next question. When did you start? Well, that's a good one. I started the channel with my friend back in 2012. Since then, there's been off and on, like, we did some Kerbal Space Program. I got a huge hit with some rovers that I made. One of them got like 20,000 views, or 21,000 right now. It's still my most watched video to date, but that's like 3 years ago now. There were just some periods of activity followed by huge periods of inactivity. Got up to like 180 subscribers, and then back in November I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do YouTube again. I'm just gonna set myself a goal, one video every day. So ever since then, the The plans that I had for the channel have expanded a bit, and the subscriber count has just gone up insanely, like, well, it's been a huge surprise to me, in a good way. And more videos have been coming on the channel every day, like, it is no longer just one video per day most of the time. Unless I have, like, issues getting something recorded, or just things are not going too well. It's always usually like 2 videos, perhaps even 3, you know, with the whole kingdom recently. That's been a lot of fun. But yeah, officially started back in 2012. I consider, like, the real start, quote unquote, to be November last year. Which is, you know, it just passed a 9-month anniversary, so in 3 months will be, or perhaps 4, I don't know, math. Don't ask me to math in the video. Anyway, next question. Somewhat on the same topic. What made you decide, I want to start a YouTube channel, and have you ever chopped wood with an axe? I have not chopped wood with an axe, no. As for the, what made you want to start a YouTube channel? Well, I had some, I've made some things in Kerbal Space Program that I was pretty proud of. And just things and matches that I had in World of Warships that were like, damn, I wish I could share this with someone. And then I remembered, you know, I can. I'm pretty good at World of Warships. I can put up some videos. And I did pretty well, at least in the game. The videos, they didn't do too badly. They were a good start, but it's nothing like what Kingdom did or anything like that. But yeah, it was fun, and then From the Depths came along, and I just happened to have a giant battleship that I spent, 40 plus hours on making it, and people loved it, and still love it. And just getting to share my creations, and just watching people have fun with my content, it's great. It's been a lot of fun so far, and it will no doubt be a lot of fun in the future. Right, next question. I'm gonna be melding like 2 questions into one here. Yay for efficiency! It's my German roots. Even though I'm Dutch, not German. Shh. What is your favorite game? And added to that, like in post-editing, like, do you consider playing new games in the future? As for favorite game, I'd have to go for like Metro 2033 or Metro 2034. It's like the only game that really had me just blown away. I got Metro 2033 like years back. A physical copy, actually, I think. And it was just, I was too terrified to play it. Like halfway through, I had to stop. It was like 15 at the time or something like that. I don't know. I've since gone back, finished it multiple times. It's just been great. That's like the best game I've played so far. It actually got me to get a guitar and try to play one of the songs in the game. Yeah, I might let you guys hear that someday. Perhaps on stream when I have a face cam. Who knows? But yeah, do I consider playing new games in the future? All the time! Send me suggestions if you want, like things to take a look at. I'm always looking for new games to play on the channel. There will no doubt be a lot more in the future. So, you know, leave your suggestions down below, and yeah, we'll see what the future holds for us. Alright. Speaking of face cams and such, question here, will you be showing your face? And the answer, I probably will. I don't want to promise anything. It's not going to be for a while yet, but I am trying to get more comfortable with the idea of showing my face on stream, so it is likely that I will at some point get a face cam and mess around with that. For now, I feel very comfortable just being able to sit here and do whatever and gesture whatever without having anyone on stream see that, because, you know, that is something to keep in mind. And it doesn't make me feel super comfortable at times, but I'm sure I'll come around at some point. It'll be fun. Anyway, next question. Have you ever traveled to other countries? And if so, which was your favorite? Well, I haven't really left the shell of Europe, but as I mentioned, I live in the Netherlands. I have been to England for a weekend. That was pretty fun with my dad. I've been to Berlin, so Germany, for about a week. We went there on a school trip, so we were there for like 4 or 5 days. It was pretty fun as well. Fond memories of that time. And I have been to Spain like a dozen times. The grandparents on my mother's side, they have a house in Spain. It's pretty cool. We had a pool there. It's amazing. Unfortunately, my grandma is no longer with us, and since my mother isn't exactly close with us anymore, we don't go there anymore. It's a bit of a shame. I used to love going there. Always a lot of fun. A lot of fun memories of going to Spain and just hanging out at her pool or going to the beach, you know, things like that. But yeah, because of that, I think I am biased. So I would have to say, like, from my experiences, I'd say Spain is my favorite, like, place to go. But that's not to say that I didn't have fun in England or Germany. And we'll see what the future brings. I'll probably be traveling a lot on my own. Although the whole autism does make that a little bit more difficult, I'm sure I'll be able to get past that at some point. Right, let's move on. Next question. Are you planning on getting a job soon, and have you had a job or summer job? Well, I don't want to say it, but I might have to soon. So, yeah, that's going to mean a lot less content on the channel, unfortunately. I haven't had a job yet. I've done some, like, internships for school and such, but I haven't really worked yet. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, I tried to see if there was maybe people that would be willing for a Patreon, but I didn't get any responses about that specifically. I'm still gonna put the Patreon up, expect that in like a few days, but it is very possible that in the coming future I will have to put less time into YouTube and more into actually looking for a job, getting a job, and getting things done. As it stands, we are not doing too well financially, but you won't hear me about that often in videos, because videos are for fun. You don't want to hear me talk about my monetary situation. So let's leave that for now and go to the next question, which would be, where do you live in the Netherlands? I live near Leiden. I'm not going to give you like the exact place, you know, privacy and such, but I live near Leiden in the province of Zuid-Holland, for those of you who know a bit about the Netherlands. Now, next up is a very interesting question. Because of my Asperger's syndrome, you know, the autism and such, will you ever consider meeting your subscribers? Now, that is a very good question. I don't think I would organize something, like perhaps in a few years or something, when I have like a large fan base. You know, if that ever happens, you know, then I might consider it. But if I ever end up like going to cons or something, like I'll let people know on the channel like in advance. So if you do happen to go to that con and you do want to see me, then, you know, the option will be there. But I don't know, I wouldn't expect like a meetup like anywhere soon. Perhaps, like I said later, if I ever do get a large fan base and people are really interested and hyped about a possible fan meet, then, you know, we can take a look at things. But I won't go and like promise anything. Anyway, next question. Is there a chance we might get a stream or a video with your sister included? She either plays the game or she joins you. Well, I can't promise anything. I'll let her know that you asked, but we do very rarely like play together. A bit of Counter-Strike Global Offensive we usually do together. I'm crazy and like I enjoy almost every single type of game there is. I don't usually show it on the channel, but recently I've been playing some more Arma 3. I've had my share of DayZ, of just, you know, CS:GO and everything. You might not like those games, but I can find some enjoyment in them. I'm also playing things like Project Zomboid, you know, vastly different things, Kingdom, New Lands and everything. So I'm not gonna say never, but, you know, my sister also has autism, so, you know, I cannot guarantee anything. She has mentioned that she might try out streaming at some point, so, you know, there is a definite possibility. Anyway, next question, which would be, do you have a pet? Not currently. My sister's been asking my dad whether we could get a cat at some point, and I used to be allergic to cats back in the day. Not anymore, but it used to be. but not anymore apparently. So yeah, I wouldn't mind having a cat. And as for like past pets we had, we had 2 rabbits. Both of them unfortunately passed by now. Yeah, we had a rabbit, and unfortunately he died. We got another one, and that one died a bit more recently, like a few years ago, like when I roughly moved in with my dad. It was all very sad. It was a very, very kind creature, very cute as well. Always just, you know, stand on his hind legs when you come up and like, oh, I miss him now. Oh well. Yeah, so maybe in the future, like if I ever go out and live on my own, I might get a cat or a dog. I mean, who knows? Dog obviously takes a bit more work than a cat. You have to walk them, of course. Not that I mind walking dogs. Like, dogs are very fun creatures to have. They're very cheerful. But yeah, that might be in the future. Meanwhile, in the background, you'll see me fighting 3 unfair AI. And it's called unfair because I'm all by myself. The past 2 games have been nothing but me trying to make it with some relaxed gameplay with some AI teammates. With good amounts of success, don't get me wrong, but now we're playing hard mode. Anyway, next question. What is my favorite type of food? I mean, I like pizza. I eat it every Saturday. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with pizza, I think. Pizza's good. Chinese food is also really good, don't get me wrong. It'd be a hard mix like between the two. Both are really, really nice. Next question. Grapes or strawberries? If I could never have one or the other, I would probably choose to have strawberries over grapes. I really like strawberries. Anyway, coming up on the last question that I can find that I think I've not answered yet. Would I ever consider putting Twitch VODs on YouTube? Was asked via Twitter. Yeah, I have been thinking and talking a lot about getting a second channel with VODs. I'm sort of like debating when I should start doing that. Because I do now have 105 Twitch followers, which is just great. Really. It's insane. It keeps getting higher, and you know, Twitch might be a thing. I'm sort of hoping I might become a Twitch partner one day so that I can have an easier time doing Twitch and YouTube full time. That would be great. But for now, yeah, I'll probably start a channel at some point. It'll be in line with Derpdigital. It'll probably end up being Derp Deluxe if that name hasn't been taken by then. So I really should start getting that up soon so that I can have the name. You know, Derpdigital Edition, Derp Deluxe Edition, you know, videos on a month. What's not to like about that? Anyway, that has been this 1,000 subscriber Q&A. You had questions. I gave you answers. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'd like to thank you all for watching and just sticking around in general. If you like this video, do let me know by hitting that thumbs up button down below. And why not leave a comment while you're there? And until next time, as always, have a good one, folks.